What's going on, everybody? Mr. Dead here. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be how budgeting is helping me escape my $200,000 debt and the 10 ways that it's benefited my life. And if you want to know the 10 ways that it could benefit your life, please stick around. But before we get into that, I wanted to share my story with you with the hopes that it helps you overcome your debt and ultimately provides you a better financial future. You know, when I was 22 years old, I got into debt of accumulating over $200,000 from investing in a real estate course. And after that, I made a series of bad investments. But today I'm 28 years old and I'm still in the process of paying off that debt. But I've experienced a lot along the way, and that's why I wanted to make this YouTube channel, to share the experiences that I've gained through the process and through the journey that I've been going, and to help you who are in similar situations navigate your own debt and escape the debt while creating a supportive community that can help you, support you, guide you, give you everything that you need to go along your journey, because it's not going to be an easy one. It's not going to be a quick one. It will be tough. It will be challenging, but when you have a supportive community, a supportive group behind you, it makes things easier, right? And when you're in debt, it's really easy to get overwhelmed and really feel unsure of where to start. But that's where budgeting comes in, because there are really ways that budgeting is crucial for managing debts, and those ways are: it helps you to prioritize payments, keeps you accountable, it lets you live below your means, allows you to plan for emergencies, builds a better financial future and habits, it reduces your stress, it helps you reach your goals, improves credit scores, enhances decision making, and it also provides you financial freedom. Now, when it comes to prioritizing payments, creating a budget really helps you understand your income and allowing you to prioritize your payments, such as mortgage, rent, utility bills, and credit card debts. And it helps you allocate your funds in order of importance or in order of higher interest rates, so that you won't miss any more payments and you won't accumulate any more interest down the road. But it also keeps you accountable, and it really it allows you to keep track of your spending and identifies where you can cut back on. And that accountability really helps you stay committed to paying off your debts and allows you to make any adjustments as necessary. And it also allows you to plan for things that are important in your life, because, like, for me, I realized that ever since I was 22 and I got into debt, I really put vacations and enjoying life on the back burner. But recently I started to realize that it's important to live in the moment, right? Because when we go down these journeys of becoming debt free and making our payments and just trying to live as frugal as possible, we tend to live in the future and we really forget about what's happening right now, which is the moments that we are missing and that are passing us by. And it's important to get that balance, right, of trying to prepare for the future while enjoying the present moment. But that's where budgeting comes into play, because budgeting allows you to really put your money where it's necessary, and if you have anything left over, to put aside for things that are important for you, for hobbies that you enjoy, that give you fulfillment. And for me, one of those things are going on vacations. And because I budgeted, I knew that I wanted to go on a trip with my girlfriend and her family in May. So I knew that I had to budget X amount of money to be able to afford this trip. And back in the day, I'm talking like as if I'm 80 years old. I'm not 80 years old, but in the past, every time I'd want to do something, I'd always put on my credit card, or I'd put on my line of credit, or I just increase my debt to live in the moment and to experience these life-changing moments. But having that budget And actually having that money aside for vacations and for this exact moment, I've got to say it really feels amazing, because before I would go on trips and I'd be in debt. I'd go into debt to go on trips, and throughout the whole trip I'd just be thinking about how I'm gonna pay this off. So even though go into I'd go into debt to go on a vacation, I would never really be present in the moment, because I'm always thinking about, well, shit, now I racked up my line of credit or my credit card X amount just to come here, and then there's more, right? Because it's never just you pay once, and then there's always tips, there's always excursions if you want to, there's extras on top of it. It's never just that one-time fee, right? And I think to myself, how am I gonna do that? How am I gonna pay for that all? But going on this trip, this is the first trip that I've been on that I actually had money for it. And even though I have this large debt that I'm paying off, I prioritize that. I still do. I'm not forgetting about that. But I put money aside little by little, whatever I could, to accumulate to a point where I'm able to pay for this trip. And it gave me a lot of peace of mind just coming here and experiencing this view that I have, and being able to be present and not worry about the bill that's going to come afterwards, because the bill's already been taken care of. I already had the money for the flight, for the hotel, for the tips, all that was included. So although I have the debt to pay off, budgeting really helped me to enjoy my life at the same time, right? Because we really have to find that balance of preparing for the future but living in the now, because the future is great, it's good to promise, it's good to have plans, but that's never promised, right? The moments that we live today, the moments that we wake up, that's what's promised, because that's what we're given. And really making sure that I keep track of that, and I learn to enjoy that, has really opened my eyes throughout these past few days, and being present is really, really helpful. But along with that, it allowed me to live below my means. And a budget allows you to live below your means, which is really crucial to managing debt, because by setting limits to your spending, it allows you to avoid overspending and accumulating more debt. But it also allows you to plan for emergencies. Budgeting helps you prepare for any unexpected expenses that will come along the way. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, such as car repair, medical bills, home maintenance. By setting those funds aside for emergencies, you can avoid using your credit to pay off those unexpected expenses, and it allows you to avoid furthering your situation in a negative way. But it also allows you to provide better financial habits, and setting the better or establishing better financial habits really helps you in the long run, because as you manage your debt and you reduce your debt that you have, you'll be able to set aside funds for savings, investment, or other financial goals such as vacations or any hobbies that you have that really give you life. Right, give you that happiness that you missed because you were so focused on paying off that debt. But going through those sacrifices now really allows you to enjoy life later on, and enjoy life with peace of mind. And that's the biggest importance, because it really helps your well-being and allows you to just live life without pressure, because at the end of the day we always have pressure, and the more debt we have, it just adds on. But when we're able to reduce that debt and enjoy the things that we like in life, it really helps out, and it allows us to reduce our stress. By being in debt, it is very stressful, it's very taxing, and if you have that plan, it allows you to have a better financial understanding of your situation, and allows you to take control of where you're at and where you want to go to. But it also budgeting also allows you to reach your goals, and whatever your financial plans are, whatever your financial goals are, whether it's paying off debt, saving up for a down payment, paying off a home, or even just starting an investment account, budgeting really helps to identify what's important, taking care of the debt, and then allocating those funds that are really necessary and that really bring importance to you and to your family. But as you pay off your debt and as you reduce the loans that you have out there, another way that it helps incrementally is it improves your credit score. Now, by making payments on time and reducing your debt, your credit utilization will also improve. And the lower your credit utilization is, the credit bureaus look at that as a positive, and slowly but surely your credit score will increase. Listen, my credit score, before I got into debt, my credit score was at 800, like it was actually in the 800s. I got into debt, it was down to 350. And now, just last week, I finally hit back up to 700, and it's been a long winding road, and I still have a long ways to go. But as I reduce those payments and as I make those payments, no matter how big or how small, as long as you stay consistent and you stick with it, your credit score will improve, and that'll help you to get a mortgage in the future, to get those home equity line of credits, to make investments once you get an understanding of how the investments work. So improving the credit score is a great byproduct of paying off your debt, and budgeting allows you to do that. And it also allows you to increase your decision making. And budgeting allows you to make informed, proper decisions with your money. And by understanding your income and your expenses, it really allows you to take control of your debt and improves your spending. And it allows you to set up for investment accounts, for savings goal, for retirements, whatever you want. And it allows you to keep track of your values and where your priorities lie. But the final thing that budgeting helps is it helps you to provide that financial freedom. And managing debt with a budget can provide financial freedom by reducing living within your means, and it allows you to save, invest, or spend on things that give you joy and fulfillment. And that freedom allows you to live a more fulfilling life and feeling that you achieved something and that you're working towards your financial dreams. So if you're struggling with debt, if you're looking to improve your financial health, I invite you to join our community. And in order to do that, you can subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share this content with anybody that you feel needs to hear this. Okay? If you enjoyed this content, please stick around this channel because I look forward to making more content like this. Remember, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, as this helps get out to more people like you who need to hear this message. But as always, shoulders back, chin up, and I'll see you on the next one.